start recording. Now, the first thing I wanted to try is just Miss Cummins has found this whiteboard facility. So it's a way that perhaps you could all have little mini whiteboards up and I could see them all. And so we could just like the little mini whiteboard activities in a lesson. I think that'd be really nice to make these a bit more interactive now and again. So I don't know if you can see on the right hand side where I've just gone and put meetings chat. I hope you can see. Can somebody just confirm that you could go and see that that HTTPS address thingy that I've just uploaded?
Yeah.
Super. What I would like you can't say meeting chat on the right?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's in the toolbar where you can turn your camera on and off.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. If you all go to your toolbar, guys, and you'll see there's like a little hands up. So it's not putting your hand up. It's the one.
I don't have hand up.
No.
Like
anyway, but well, can't you get the toolbar up, Phoebe?
I've got it up. There's
no. I'm not worried about the hand up. Can you see the little speech bubble next to it?
There isn't one.
Oh, that's strange. So if people are looking at my screen, which I think you all are, you looking at my face at the moment, my screen?
Face.
Oh, right, okay, right. If I go and put that window on, oh dear, let's have a look and see that's. Yes, okay. So you're now looking at what I'm looking at. Hopefully you can now see some of your icons. Can you all just see like the 9 icons with you guys? My face is, yeah. So basically what it's this thing here over on the right hand side. I was hoping that you might be able to access that so you could copy and paste that across to somewhere, just into you could. Can anybody so who can, I guess you can all see that now, but you obviously can't copy and paste it unless you can do that yourself. So what I was really wondering was if people have got this toolbar here, whether you can then go and click on the speech bubble here in order to get this meeting chat over here. So do you mind just unmuting at the moment and just giving me
I can. I've opened it up.
I can't.
Right, so Phoebe can't. I mean, it wasn't something I was going to do today anyway, but I just wanted general gist. So I think, was that Isabel saying she could? Can I have a few more people just saying whether they think they can see this on the right?
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can, sir.
You can?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so it's only a little experiment. So Phoebe, if you can't, don't worry. I'm not going to do this today, but I'm just trying. So what you guys need to do is just basically just click on it and right click it so you copy the link. Then you just need to go over to a Google page and you just need to insert it. Can you still see this? I can't remember. I might have messed this up. Can you now see? I don't know what you can see now. Can you see where I've copied that across? Can you now see a Google page or not? What can you guys all see at the moment?
I can only see what we had on before. I can't see.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Perhaps I haven't done that very successfully. Let me just go back and try that again. So.
It worked fine for me, sir.
So you managed to go and copy it, and so have you opened up a whiteboard?
Yeah. I've wrote something on it. Can you see
cool.
that?
Okay, so what would it doesn't matter if only 1 or 2 of you can do it. I'm just trying to check whether the software can work. So I'm just going to go over and see if I can see where I've put it. Yeah. If I go over here and. Yes, I think you should be able to see that. I think hopefully you can see that. Can you all see my? Can you all see? Oh yeah, there we go. Excellent. So you can probably see what I can see now. So I can see that Dan. Yes, I can go and see that Grace, Poppy, Sophie, Dan, and Ralph have managed to do some whiteboards. So if I go onto my whiteboard, and let's just see if this works, and I go and say, what's 2 add 3? If I then go back to my class, are you guys able to write? You're probably not going to probably have a pen like I can, but are you guys able to go and write what the answer is on your board using your mouse? So I can see that Grace, Poppy, Sophie, Angus, Dan, Ed, and Ralph have opened up whiteboards. But oh yes, Poppy's I got a 5 from Poppy.
I've
Lovely.
wrote on it, but it's not appearing.
Okay. So what did you do, Poppy? That was. Have you got one of these super duper ones, Poppy, that you can write on the screen, or have you just used your mouse?
Yeah, I just wrote on the screen and then I pressed save whiteboard.
Oh, there we go. So you wrote on the screen using your mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
guys. So yeah.
I managed to find it, I think.
Oh, good. So Dan, yeah, Dan, I can see your 5. So you had to. So Poppy was just saying you had to write on the screen and then press save. Yes, well done, Ed. Well done, Sophie. I'm pretty confident you'd all know that 2 + 3 was 5. Yes. Okay. So it does look like. Oh yeah, Phoebe, you're there now. Okay. Okay. Well, look, I don't want to spend too long on this today. It was just a little experiment to see if it might be viable as a tool for me using going forward. And I thought you were probably my best class for being able to practice with. Oh yes, I've got a nice smiley face from Phoebe. So that's good. I think that's quite promising. So it's not applicable for today's test, but I just for today's lesson, sorry. But I just thought it might be quite a fun thing to do at the beginning of a lesson, or you know, we could have like a times table challenge or something like that. So so well done. So I can see, so lots of you have been able to copy across. Okay, so you've all been able to write on your board so far. So well done. So I think what we'll do now, we will go back to what we should be doing today. So I'm going to go across to right, that's not the right screen. To enlargements, that and that. Good. So please could somebody confirm that you think you can see it saying enlargements 1 on the screen?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So far, guys, we've had lessons where we have reflected shapes. So we just had to get the mirror line right. We've done rotating shapes, either around the origin or around specific points. And we've done translating shapes where we were shifting the shapes using a vector. So those are the first 3 types of transformation that we've done. The 4th and final one is enlargement, and that pretty much does what it says on the tin. It's where you are either making shapes larger or smaller. So they're still the same shape, so they're similar shapes. So if you're starting with a square, you'll get a bigger square or a smaller square. So enlargements is all about making a shape bigger or smaller. And while we're on it, I'm not giving away who it is, but I think our current leader on our 1st to 50, last time I looked over the weekend, they were on 24. So very well done to them. Right. Okay. So we've done our little mini whiteboard experiment. So that was good. So the Hegarty exercise that you will be doing in a moment, please, will be Hegarty number 642. And I just want to take you through a couple of examples. So here's the first one. So the question says, enlarge shape A by scale factor 2, and I've cut it off here, but it says the center of enlargement 0, 0. All the ones we will be doing today, the center of enlargement is 0, 0. It is the origin. So because it's scale factor 2, the shape is going to end up being twice as big. So at the moment, the square to start with was obviously 1 square along, 1 square up. So because it's scale factor 2, all those lengths are going to double, and it's going to be 2 squares along and 2 squares up. Now, not only is it going to be twice the size, it's also going to be twice as far away from the origin. So you have to do this point by point. So let's go and take, for example, this point here. This point, which is 1, 2, the coordinate 1, 2. We've got to double how far away from the origin that's going to be. Now, clearly, at the moment, it's 1 square along and 2 squares up. 1 square along and 2 squares up. And we have to double that. So that specific point moves to 2, 4. So do you see that point moves to that point there? Now, because that's the bottom left-hand corner of the square, because I know it's going to be twice as big, at that point, I could just go and draw my final answer in straight away, because I know that's the bottom left-hand corner. I know the answer's got to be a 2 by 2 square, so I could just draw it in straight away just from that one point. But I think it's nice to do more points, you know, maybe all 4 of them, or certainly a couple of them to make sure. So let's go and take another point, another starting point. Let's take this point here, the top left-hand corner, which starts off being coordinate 1, 3. Now, because we've got scale factor 2, we're going to double that to 2, 6. So our top left-hand corner is going to move to the coordinate 2, 6. 2 along the corridor, 6 up the stairs, and that point is there. Again, as I said, I could draw my final answer in straight away. I can see where it's going to be, but just so you can see it all working, let's just do the final 2 points. So my starting point for my bottom right-hand corner is 2, 2. It's scale factor 2, so we double that to 4, 4. And the coordinate 4, 4 is there, bottom left-hand corner to bottom left-hand corner. And then top right to top right will take me from 2, 3 to 4, 6. Okay. Now, I think the way it works in a GCSE, you would be given some graph paper and you would be just drawing this shape on like I have done on the left. The way Hegarty works, you're going to be having to write in the 4 coordinates for your final answer. So be very careful. Just be careful what Hegarty wants. Now, from what I remember, you need to put in your opening brackets. You then need to put in a number, then a comma, then no space, I think, then a number, and then the closing bracket. So I remember last time when you had to put some coordinates in, some of you were getting a bit frustrated that you felt you were getting it right, but you weren't putting it in as Hegarty wanted. So I'm pretty sure it's bracket 2, comma 4, close bracket. I don't think from memory you put any spaces in, but you'll see when you start trying it. So final one to practice, and I'm going to do this much quicker. This particular one is scale factor 3. So the shape's going to become 3 times as big, 3 times as far away. Now you can see the base and the right-hand side of this starting triangle are 1 in length. So scale factor 3, your final answer is going to be 3, have a base of 3 and a height of 3. Then you just pop in the diagonal. So where are we putting in that triangle? So again, just start off, for example, with the bottom left-hand corner. That starts off at 1, 1. Because it's scale factor 3, we triple those. So 1, 1 becomes 3, 3. So our bottom left-hand corner is 3 along the corridor, 3 up the stairs. And as I've said to you before, guys, in a way, that's all you need to do. You know that's the bottom left-hand corner. You know it's got to be 3 times as big. So rather than 1 along, you go 3 along. And then rather than 1 up, you go 3 up. And then always put in the diagonal to complete the shape. But again, I advise you to just double check. So let's take our bottom right-hand corner. that coordinate is 2, 1. Go and multiply that by 3 because it's scale factor 3. That particular bottom right-hand corner moves to 6, 3. Okay, and then just for completeness, what about the top right-hand corner of the triangle? It starts off at coordinate 2, 2. Because it's scale factor 3, we triple that to 6, 6. And there's our final point. Now remember, it's going to be a similar shape. So if it's a triangle to start with, a right angle triangle to start with, it's going to finish being a right angle triangle. If you started off with a square and you end up with a rectangle, you have gone wrong. So I think that was it from memory. Yes, that's just more practice. Don't think we need to do that one. And yes, yes, this is a point I said earlier on. Obviously, to get a good mark on Hegarty, which is the main thing, you're just going to need to write down the coordinates. And as I said before, in the real thing, you have to draw the enlarged shape. So if Mr. Hegarty gives you the opportunity to run off a worksheet, so you can actually write these down and perhaps upload your work, that would be super. But at the end of the day, if that's going to be too much, too difficult for you, as long as you can get a good mark in the quiz, that's absolutely fine. Right, sorry that took a bit longer than usual. That's taken 15 minutes in total, I think, but that was mainly because we were just experimenting with that whiteboard. So I'll have a bit of a think about that. It seemed to me that those of you who gave it a go didn't find it too difficult. So it's something for me to think about. Okay, guys, that's it. So if you want to go and do that work now, I will keep an eye out. Any problems, obviously drop me a note. Any ones you keep getting wrong, just tell me which Hegarty question you're getting wrong. I'll go and have a look and I'll get back to you with a solution to help you out. Okay, cheers, guys. Bye.